Bart Coppens, the butterfly breeder? I thought you were a moth guy. Well, it's more likely than you think. I've always liked butterflies, I just rarely have the facilities and time to breed them. But here you go. After learning the basics, in the future we can definitely do more butterfly videos. Turns out it's not that hard to breed some species of them. Its wings are a vivid red, adorned with bold eye spots that resemble the intricate patterns found on a peacock's feathers. These eye spots, in shades of yellow and blue, create a stunning visual display that serves both as a defense mechanism against predators and as a beautiful adornment in a natural world. This butterfly's graceful movements and vibrant colors make it a standout presence in gardens and meadows, where it flits from flower to flower, adding a touch of splendor to its surroundings. In a world troubled by war, instability, and inequality, in their presence one finds solace. These butterflies, with their silent yet profound beauty, become living embodiments of peace, a testament to the quiet strength found in life's smallest wonders. Their existence is a gentle affirmation that amidst chaos there is still splendor and serenity to be found. Hello everyone, this is Bart Coppens and these are my pet butterflies. That's right, pet butterflies are a thing, if your name is Bart Coppens. Just look at that. I've always wanted to breed butterflies in captivity, but it was always a bit too time consuming and expensive. Most of my experience is based on moths. But I've practiced hard and this is the result. But before we start, we have to go back to the beginning. I'm going to show you everything. This is going to be a special video about butterflies. Let's go. So for this video I finally made an appropriate butterfly enclosure with stinging nettle, the most important food plant for this butterfly. This is a species that is very special to me. It reminds me of my home country. And it started with a bunch of butterflies and potted stinging nettle. Let me show you. Ladies and gentlemen, here I have a cage full of peacock butterflies, Aglais EO. I suspect it contains a female. I caught them outside, but I actually haven't checked if there is a female in here or not. So I'm just gonna take a gamble. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 butterflies, so statistically there should be 1 female in there, but you never know. Gonna release them in this large cage here. In this very big cage there are spotted nettle. Stinging nettle is their host plant, so they will like that for sure. Oof, let's put you guys in there. Let's see what happens. Would be cool if they laid eggs. There you go. 6 is not much, but it should be enough to breed. If 1 female lays eggs, that would be more than enough to get them going. There you go. So we have to make them feel welcome. The best way to do that is gentle sunlight, but also places with shade in their enclosure, so they can hide from the sun when it gets too hot. This is important. Oh, and potted nettle. Stinging nettle is an important plant for them. Let's not forget that butterflies feed. On top of the cage is cotton wool with sugar water. This allows the butterflies to drink when they are thirsty in some cases. If they like it, expect to see them pairing and even laying eggs soon. And then we check back a few days later, as we always do. Ladies and gentlemen, here I have the pot with stinging nettles. And my peacock butterflies, they laid a lot of eggs here for me on the stinging nettles. But I saw something cool. Some of the eggs are already hatching, so I'm excited. We have baby caterpillars. Take a look. These are the eggs of one single female. They all lay them in a huge pile on top of each other. It reminds me of an egg pyramid. One female can lay over 100 eggs, sometimes even over 400 eggs. It seems to vary per female. It's pretty crazy how fertile they are. It depends on how healthy the female is. Unlike some females, I guess their eggs are just abundant. The eggs hatch in a very short time. It can take 5 to 8 days usually, depending on the temperature. And then I check back a few days later. A few days later, the eggs turned black. Look at that, my beautiful viewers. It means they are fertile. This is what the newborn babies look like. Welcome to this world, my little ones. Raising this species is going to be easy. I'm a somewhat experienced breeder. If you don't believe it, just look at my channel and how much stuff I've been raising. Most important is to have fresh food. Preferably, feed them with live plants that you grow in a pot. In just a short amount of time, they begin to devour the leaves. Caterpillars of this species grow really fast. They can go from egg to fully grown in just 3 weeks or 4 weeks, if it's warm enough. Much faster than the moths I typically raise on this channel, that take literal months to develop. As we can observe here, the larvae are social and live in groups. They spin a silky web, which they live together and feed together. Must be nice, hanging out with your brothers and sisters and feeding all day. So how are they doing? It's time to check back a few days later to see the progress. Yeah, they don't need much maintenance at all at this point. They know how to do it themselves. They pretty much live on the plant. It is their home. This is the benefit of potted plants. Larvae sustain themselves on it without much interference at all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like our baby peacocks are growing well. Just take a look. They're leaving silk all over the nettles and consuming them all. But then, after approaching the 2-week mark, they got big and ran out of food. Are you enjoying this? I hope so. I'm working hard to make these videos. Of course I check back a few days later to see how they are doing.
My least favorite part about breeding species that feed on stinging nettles is picking the stinging nettles. Now people ask me, Bart, how do you do that? I use my bare hands. It hurts, but I don't care. I do this every day, so I become a little bit desensitized to the stinging nettles, to be honest. I can still feel the sting, but if you do this every day, you get used to it. You know those people who eat ghost peppers every day and they become desensitized to the heat? I have something like that with stinging nettles. It's still very itchy, but at the same time I don't think many people would be grabbing them with their bare hands like I will. There you go. Alright people, let's see how my babies are doing. Oh my gosh. Wow. You have to see this with your own eyes. Here. So, at this point the caterpillars have eaten all the stinging nettles, so I just keep cutting fresh nettles and stuffing them in the cage every day so that they eat them. Clearly there's many of them. Like an insane amount of caterpillars. Just like wow. Hundreds of them are feeding right now. Can you see it? Now that is crazy. And now that is incredible if you ask me. Wow. So many of them. Right now I have so many caterpillars, I've just resorted to hand-picking stinging nettles by hand and stuffing them inside the cage every day. Because they're eating more food every day than I can grow in a pot in a month's time. So it's more efficient to just cut nettles, put them in the cage, and they usually eat them within 24 hours, so I just keep adding fresh every day. Wow. If this results in me having an insane butterfly army soon, I don't mind. Wow. That is crazy and incredible. Wat? Deur kan open. Ja?
Wat is er?
Je riep mij.
Nee, ik heb helemaal geen geluid gemaakt.
Ik hoorde Bart. Oh, dan word ik...
Well, they need regular feeding now. This species consumes insane amount of stinging nettles. It's pretty crazy. They also love to bask in the sun's rays. I recommend exposing the caterpillars to some sunlight if you can. Make sure it's not too harsh, but they do seem to love it very much. This is a great beginner species to breed for people in Europe. The life cycle doesn't take very long and nettle is easy to grow in a pot. I've decided, instead of continuously breeding them like I do in my usual videos, this video is gonna be different. I'm gonna be releasing all of them. I'll create a swarm of butterflies in my local area. A few days later, let's check them butterflies. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the caterpillars of my peacock butterflies just shed their skins to the final instar. The final instar should last I don't know how many days,
Let's give it like 5 days to 6 days. They can grow really fast in the final instar and become ready to pupate. I'm excited. I'm hoping to see many butterflies soon. This is one of my favorite species. Let's take another look inside, of course. Wow. They are getting really spiny now, aren't they? Look at their spines. That's really cool, and they have these white dots. And they're feeding in massive swarms, as you can see. Like the enclosure is swarming with caterpillars. If I tilt the camera, there's even a few of them on the ceiling. A lot of these are empty skins after they shed their skins to the final instar, leaving behind the empty skins. And the vegetation is swarming with them. Just look at how many there are. I haven't counted, but these must be hundreds. Wow. That is so crazy, huh? You wouldn't believe it, but a lot of the caterpillars started pupating.
When a larva pupates, it undergoes one of nature's most mesmerizing transformations. The caterpillar, which has spent its life munching on leaves, finds a safe hidden spot, begins to hang upside down, often in a characteristic J shape. It then begins the final mold, shedding its skin one last time, to reveal a gleaming chrysalis underneath. This chrysalis, initially soft, eventually hardens into a protective shell. Inside, the larva undergoes an astonishing metamorphosis. Nearly all the caterpillar's old body parts dissolve into a nutrient-rich soup, which fuels the creation of a new being. Specialized cells called imaginal discs, which have been dormant in the larva, start to grow and form the structures of the adult butterfly or moth. Delicate wings, slender antennae, and new legs. This is a time-lapse of a caterpillar pupating. I rarely have time-lapses on my channel, but this moment was worth it, so I hope that you enjoy it.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is a really weird day because I was just taking a look at the cage and most of the caterpillars seem to have disappeared completely. I wonder what gives. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I had hundreds of caterpillars, but where are they now? Only here are some of them left. At first I didn't understand, where did all my caterpillars go? Did they escape? I had hundreds of them. Where are my caterpillars? Now I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, when all of my caterpillars... Let me replace the camera here. When all of my caterpillars simply disappeared, I panicked. I thought they had escaped. That's until I had a closer look and lifted here up this part of the vegetation. Can you guys see it? Here and below the vegetation there are hundreds of butterfly pupa. Can you see that? Whoop. Wow! These are all pupa of the peacock butterfly. These are all going to be butterflies, so that means the caterpillars have pupated. Turns out that by throwing in a lot of dead nettles in my cage, it created a mat of dried out vegetation, which was perfect for the caterpillars to pupate in, and for some reason many of the pupa are in here in the dead vegetation. Can you see it? So it's time for me to collect my first butterfly pupa. So here it doesn't look like much, not much at all, but we have to go below here. And we have to lift up this dead plant material, and then we are exposed to a lot of wonderful butterfly pupa. Can you see that? Oh, that's brilliant. So these are all the butterflies that we raised together in captivity. That is wonderful. As you can see, most of them are brown, some of them are green. This is the variation of the color of the pupa of this species. Now, I'm going to be honest, in my life I've raised hundreds of species of moths. I'm very experienced with moths. The evidence for this is on my channel if you don't believe me. But with butterflies I'm still a newbie. So I'm happy. This is actually one of my first successful butterfly breeding projects. For now I will place the pupa in this container. I will give them a nicer container later. First we just have to harvest. Be careful when harvesting butterfly pupa. They attach themselves with silk, and the silk is very strong. Now pupa generally have a hard shell, so when you pull them off they will be fine. However, if the pupa are fresh and freshly formed, for about 24 hours they will be very soft. And if you attempt to pull off a fresh pupa that is still very soft and malleable, you'll really rip the pupa in half. So I kind of feel if the pupa are hard or soft. And if they are soft, I don't pull them off. Just wait for them to harden the shell, and that's when it's safe to pull them off. This one, for example, is hardened. I can feel it has a hard shell. Insects have a hard exoskeleton. So if I pull this one off, the silk is going to come off and I can take the pupa safely. Okay, I pulled up so most of the dead nettles. This is like weeks of nettles that the caterpillars have been eating. If we look inside of here, wow. There's just so many pupa in it. Can you see that? And many of them are still pupating. Many caterpillars, we have to leave those alone. Wow. Is that not a good result, people? That's beautiful. I do notice, however, many of the caterpillars are still in the process of pupating, so I decided maybe it's best to leave them alone. I will come back in a few days to harvest all the pupa, because I think some of these are too fresh and I don't want to damage any one of them. It's a good result though. I feel like a satisfied farmer. Wow, that's so great. Okay, I'm gonna leave these alone. I'm gonna place the vegetation back like this so they can pupate in peace. Wow. Many of our caterpillars have also pupated here on the edges of the pot. The flower pot here. See that? Yeah, I'm gonna leave these alone. These pupa are a little bit too fresh for me, see that? Some of these pupa are still very soft. It's better if I just wait like 3 days until the shell is hardened, because damaging them would be bad.
So how are they doing? It's time to check back. A few days later.
People, I gave the pupa a chance to harden. They're just as hard as me right now. Just kidding. I shouldn't have said that, it was kind of cringy. Anyway, let's ignore the fact that I just said something terrible. And where's my container? Oh, here it is. Here's my container. It's dirty. I need to find a better container. There's one. Aha! It's pupa harvesting time and the sun is burning my eyes. Alright, I'm gonna collect the pupa now from the cage. Finally, for once and for all. And see how many we'll got in the end. Spoiler alert, it's so many that I'm probably not gonna count them. We really have a ridiculous amount of butterflies. Yeah. But that's great, because the breeding project is successful, and this is one of the first times I'm breeding butterflies in captivity. So, that's great. All the way from egg to butterfly, laid by a butterfly itself. So yeah, we know we can complete the complete life cycle. That's amazing. Alright people, so I took some of the dead plant matter on the cage, from the cage, and there's so many pupa in it. I know this looks a little bit gross, but it's literally just dried leaves, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, I'm just going in here and just... I don't know, look at how many pupa there are. Some of them are well camouflaged, so we have to be careful not to, you know, ignore any of them. Wow, so many pupa in here that I'm collecting. Dang. Oh my god, I'm just getting started. Oh my god, I am just getting started and we already have so many pupa. This is going to be a great video. I haven't counted them, but whee! I bet that this is definitely like... This must be over 100 butterflies already. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. This is great. Look at that. So many butterfly pupa.
Look at that. So many of them pupated. Wow.
Oh my god. I've raised so many butterflies. This is going to be insane. I don't know how many pupa this is. But I'm guessing that this is like maybe 150. Wow.
I collected more of them. I think we have a ridiculous amount of pupa. So how are they doing? It's time to check back. A few days later.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. I can finally say a lot of our butterflies hatched. Yay! That's excellent news. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in this big and beautiful cage here. Just so we can have a look at them and take care of them for a few days. Whoa, let's place the camera a little bit like this. Yeah, that's better. So I will just open this container. Oh, there's so many butterflies. Let me take them out one by one. Here's a butterfly, see that? And I'm gonna place it in the cage right now. And do it with the rest. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. The peacock butterfly is such a beautiful and amazing species. They never fail to make me a little bit emotional when I see them. As you can see, when they are startled, they will flash their eye spots brightly. Are you intimidated right now? I sure am. To a bird, these eyes are really scary. It reminds them of a fox or an owl or another predator. What's funny is that with their wings closed, this butterfly is camouflaged very well. They look like a dead leaf with their wings closed. Wow! What an incredible species of butterfly. Excellent. Now in my country this is one of the most common species of butterfly that you'll see anywhere. If you ever come to the Netherlands in summer, just go to a forest and there's a very good chance that you can see them. Especially in summer. Yeah. And I often complain on YouTube that my country doesn't have cool species of butterfly because we have low biodiversity. I mean, that's true, we only have 54 species of butterflies in the Netherlands. However, I'm so grateful that this species is among them, because it makes up for a lot of lack of species. It's really beautiful. And now it closed its wings, and now you can see how perfectly camouflaged it is. With its wings closed, just looks like a dead leaf. I put the first butterflies in the cage, but I must stop filming now, because it's starting to rain. And I don't want my $1,000 camera to get ruined. So quickly I'm packing up my stuff. And I'll show you the butterflies tomorrow instead. Sorry, but the rain is really bad for my equipment.
I decided to put the pupa in a big cage. Because what I had previously
was not good enough to accommodate this many butterflies.
Wow, alright people. Instead of putting the pupa in a tiny cage, I put them in a big cage instead. And many butterflies right now are hatching. As you can see, there's many of them. Wow, many butterflies coming out. It's time to take them out and place them in a new container. Because here I have an even bigger cage, and that's where I want them to live in. So let's get started. And grab some of the butterflies here. Well, if they want to cooperate. Alright my friends, this is the first batch of butterflies. Not bad, eh? But many more are coming up. Alright, the first butterflies are here. Now it's time to wait for more to come out. I kept accumulating huge amounts of butterflies, and each time I checked back there were more and more. I just want to show you these visuals. It was pretty much insanity. Oh dear God, so many new butterflies, people. Wow. Let's have a look at that. I have to place them once again in the big cage. And then there was a special butterfly explosion. I'm not kidding. The amount of butterflies that came out were absolute insanity. Wow. Today it looks like once again dozens of new butterflies have come out. I'm gonna take them from this cage and place them with their brothers and sisters in this cage. So you can see they have many brothers and sisters at this point. Give me a second. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I'm not making these videos for myself. I'm making them to entertain you, my dear old pal. That's a lie, by the way. I compulsively have to make insect videos because of my autism.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I can be proud of the results we achieved. Don't worry, I'm really going to let them go later. I just want to take care of them for a few days. Wow.
Bart Coppens, the butterfly breeder? I thought you were a moth guy. Well, it's more likely than you think. I've always liked butterflies. I just rarely have the facilities and time to breed them. But here you go. After learning the basics, in the future we can definitely do more butterfly videos. Turns out it's not that hard to breed some species of them. Now, I'm going to be honest. In this video I made the unusual decision to go and release the butterflies. I actually rarely do that. Some people have an opinion about it. The truth is, guys, that breeding butterflies and moths, it's a wonderful hobby. It puts us in close contact with nature. It allows you to learn about insects, to study them intimately, to grow a passion for them. And I think everybody should be raising them, at least to some extent. So you get to know the animals that are so important to our world and are often neglected and ignored by society. That being said, guys, releasing butterflies and moths into the environment doesn't help them. And if you are breeding insects just to release them in nature because you think that you're helping them, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. I explained this actually a lot of times in various of my videos, but it has to do with a concept called carrying capacity. The environment determines how many butterflies and moths they are allowed to exist. Actually, I should rephrase it. The environment determines how many individuals it can support, based on how much resources there are. Limiting factors such as the availability of food, suitable territory, and local conditions determine how many butterflies of a given species can sustain themselves in a given environment. Breeding hundreds of butterflies and releasing them does not help the species. And that's why I rarely release them. It's also the fact that insects that you breed in captivity are different from the ones in nature. Sometimes there is a different kind of selection in captivity. They have to deal with different factors than in the wild. So they become habituated to the conditions in captivity. For example, they become weaker or smaller, or the ones who are susceptible to disease, have a weaker immune system, will survive, while in nature they would die. This kind of natural selection is actually very important for insect populations. And by breeding insects in captivity and releasing them, you're not actually helping them. You're weakening the population with captive reared individuals who actually are not optimized for survival. On top of different issues, people trade insects online. So sometimes the bloodlines are from another country and you're releasing a different subspecies or individuals with different genetics in your local environment. Personally, I think people should not breed butterflies and moths in order to release them. I think it's not a good practice. At best it has no effect, and at worst it has a negative effect. But butterflies and moths don't need your help breeding in nature. They make hundreds of babies, they lay thousands of eggs, they have very high reproductive rates and fast life cycles, guys. They don't need your support. If you are breeding monarch butterflies or peacocks or even rare endangered butterflies and then releasing them to help the species, you're doing it wrong. Despite the fact I did make the decision this time to release my butterflies into nature, simply because I have way too many. This is way too many butterflies to take care of. And it is a widespread species here in my area with huge populations spread all over Central Europe and Northern Europe and all over Europe. So I think in this case it is actually kind of harmless. There are also caterpillars that are one generation removed from the wild. so they are not that inbred for several generations. That being said, I'm not releasing them to help the wild butterflies. That would be nonsense and a lie if I market it as such. It's more that I think it's more responsible that if you have more animals than you can take care of, you reduce the numbers. I cannot sustain these big numbers of insects. I just wanted to raise many for fun, but I ended up with more butterflies than I planned for. So they're gonna be released into nature very soon. I told you I decided to release them soon, and I will, but I'm saving all of them up first while they keep coming out of the pupa one by one, so I can release all of them at once in one big cloud. But first they have to be fed, because after several days some of the first butterflies started to be hungry. Butterflies, especially the peacock butterfly, they like sweet things, sugary things. So I decided to feed them a little treat, so they can start their journey into nature with a full belly. Next I had the tedious task of collecting the butterflies one by one and placing them in a bowl with food.
Oh mama, give me some sugar. It's feeding time.
So here I have a plate with paper towel. And on top of that I will add some white table sugar. And this will strengthen the butterflies. They like sugar. It's their main source of energy. All we have to add next is a dash of water. I think this is enough. Next step is we have to add some butterflies to it somehow. Here we have the cage with the butterflies. I'm gonna gently zip it open. Gently. Put a dish here on the bottom. And then by hand, I'm just going to take the butterflies and place them in it. If they are hungry, they should eventually start drinking. Just like this. This is going to take a while because we have a lot of butterflies. But man, let's see if any of them are interested. Let's see. This may take a while. Well, not all of them, but clearly some of them are interested in drinking. Although due to the high number of butterflies, some of them seem to be agitating each other. Don't feed too many butterflies at the same time, I suppose. Because they're just gonna walk over each other a little bit. But I see many of them are drinking. That's really an excellent sign. You see that some of them have their proboscis extended. Great. Hey, anybody want some butterfly salad? I wonder how many of them are actually feeding though. Clearly not all of them are interested right now. But I see some of them attempting to drink, and that's good news. So the butterflies that are flying away are the ones that are not hungry. And as you can see, there's many of them that are not hungry at the moment. But that's fine. These butterflies are only a few days old. And when the butterflies are that young, they rarely have a huge appetite. But I do see that some of them will stay behind on the plate and feed, so I hope that those ones get the nutrients that they need. Wow, that's a huge amount of butterflies, people. That is crazy. This one, for example, is in fact drinking. So there is evidence that yes, some of the butterflies are eating at least. Wow. So many butterflies, huh? We are getting closer to the big release. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. But before I release them, I just wanted to show you how many I have. And I did that by filming them while they were asleep. Filming butterflies at night when they are sleeping is actually a good idea, because it means they won't fly anywhere. Some of them will remain asleep if you touch them carefully, and that makes it easier to show them off. Oh my! Look at that! One of my favorite butterfly species. How fashionable. How cute. Well, they're swarming everywhere. Help! Oh no! Now I have to catch all of them. Shh, everybody. The butterflies did very well. But currently it's night, which means that they are sleeping. But that means we can take a good look at them. Do butterflies sleep? The answer to that is yes, butterflies do sleep. Okay, let me turn on the light, people. Oh, this is awkward. I can't find the light. There we go. You're probably wondering what's happening. I wasn't kidding when I said it's currently night. And the butterflies are sleeping. Let's add some more light. And see what's happening, what's going on. Ah, that's better. Let's adjust the table a little bit so we can allow optimal filming conditions. There you go, this is perfect. So now we're going to take a look at our sleeping babies. Here they are, in this container. They are in the darkness, it's sleep at night. Oh my god, look at that. That's our babies. And now we will take them very carefully out. Oh my god, look at that. So many of our babies are in here. And now we can really see how they are doing. Can you see that? I'm just gonna shake all of them off. I know this sounds a bit crude, but don't worry, it doesn't harm them. Oh my god, this is so awesome. Look at it. Look at it. Guys. This is butterfly paradise. I'm in heaven. I'm pretty sure that I've died and just woke up in heaven. Because this is excellent. This is awesome. This is utterly amazing. Look at this. And these butterflies are asleep. I know people are going to comment, Bart, it's so mean. Why are you disturbing them? Don't worry. Don't worry, they will all be released in a few days, okay? Before that, I just have to say goodbye to them and make a nice close-up of these beautiful little animals. Wow, I love the peacock butterflies so much. And how they look like dead leaves. Hey, come here, you cutie. Just look at it. It's marvelous. If you're wondering why they are so calm, I wasn't kidding when I said that they're asleep. They were literally in their sleeping container. And that's why they are so calm right now. Although some of them are kind of waking up, but we can't blame them. Just wanted to have a close-up. Oh, I see some of them are starting to wake up a little. Honestly, it's such a gorgeous species. Wow. Look at that. This is real breeding. And I've told you guys I always wanted to get into breeding butterflies. And looks like I'm slowly starting to master the basics of butterfly breeding. And with this video, what it means is that in the future we can start breeding a lot more species. Wow, this is so amazing. Look at it. Wow. Some of these butterflies aren't moving because they are quite literally asleep right now. Although my clumsy behavior is slowly waking them up. But yes, butterflies do sleep, just like any other animal. And my trick is filming them at night. Because when they are sleeping, they're actually very gentle and don't fly away very fast. Although it looks like the warmth of my hands and the light is starting to wake them up. Wow. It's funny because the peacock butterfly, when they are not moving, essentially look like dead leaves of a flower, or, well, not a flower, of a plant. They're quite well camouflaged for such a colorful butterfly. Well, that was fun. Back into the sleepy box they go. Let's have one more look at them before we release them tomorrow. They're just so gorgeous. And I'm proud of them. Oh wow. Even more butterflies have come out. I cannot believe this. Oh god. Are you enjoying this? I hope so. I'm working hard to make these videos. Of course I check back a few days later to see how they are doing. Oh my god. If you thought we had a lot of butterflies before, then think again. Oh my god. So many peacock butterflies. It's a whole swarm of them. It's crazy. This is it, people. This is the final result before I'm going to let them go soon. Just looking at my children, because it's hard to let them go, you know. But wow, I love them. I love them so much. I am in love, really. There is the time in every parent's life that you have to let your children go. And we enjoyed the ride, but this is too much butterflies for me to handle, and it would not be fair for me to keep them all. Thankfully, this species is native to my country, so it's possible to release them. Let me prepare for the final goodbye for my children. Love you guys. It's gonna be sad, but also spectacular. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to raise so many butterflies with you on YouTube. But it is time to say goodbye. And of course we are going to do this in a typical Bart Coppens fashion. Let's release all of them. Come here, my friends, for you are free. You are free. Come here, little ones. You are free to go wherever you like. I know you are slow right now and sluggish because you were asleep. But now is the time for all of you
Say goodbye to Daddy. I'm your big butterfly papa. I remember when all of you were young. It was quite endearing. Oh, look at that. Wow. And now we have to wait for them to slowly wake up and smell the freedom. Come on, little ones. Oh my. They grow up so fast. Don't they? Yeah. One of them is waking up. Don't worry, we have to give them their time. They probably don't know what happened. We'll be nice to them and friendly and encourage them slowly to gain their freedom like a good parent. Come on, guys, you can do it. You can do it. I wonder who is going to be the first one to fly away. Oh, look at that. Yes. Yes, wake up. Wake up, children. It's wakey wakey time. Come on. Come on. Wake up, my beauties. Ah, I see some of them are starting to crawl around. Like good children. Why don't you guys want to leave? I know I'm a good father to you, but at some point, you know, some point in life, you have to say goodbye. Some of them are opening their wings. It's a good sign. Means they're warming up slowly and gradually. Wow. Come on, guys. What? Let me put you guys here. I'm just about covered in butterflies right now. Wow. People, I am absolutely covered with butterflies right now. It's ridiculous. Can you see it? I'm totally covered in butterflies. That's so awesome. Let me place the camera here. Woo! I do wonder when it's time for them to fly though. They're taking their sweet time. Just look at that. Wow. Ah! I saw one of them fly away. That was the first one, people. Come on, my babies. Come on, my babies. You can do it. Fly. Fly. Fly free. Come on. You can do it.
Oh my gosh. I didn't imagine this was going to take this long. I thought like in one burst all of them are gonna fly away, but they're taking their sweet ass time. But that's fine, it's going to make for an even better video, isn't it? What? That is insane. This is a new fashion design, people. Come on. Fly, dear. You can do it. Fly. I raised you guys. Yeah, some of them are attempting to fly. Oh, can you see it? They're flying. They're flying away. Oh, I can see many of them starting to fly now. Many of them. Oh yes, taste the sweet freedom, children. You guys too, come on. Yeah, they're flying. Can you see it? Did you see that? Every few seconds you'll see some of them literally fly away. And any other ones? Yeah, there goes another one. Oh, that's great. This is the slowest butterfly release ever, you know that? Like, I imagined they are just going to fly away. But I actually have to encourage my children. Ah, there goes another one. Ah, they're flying. Finally. Can you see it? Yeah, they're flying. Slowly but surely. I think a dozen of them have already flown away at this point. Let's take more. Oh my god, they're flying. Yay. Can you see it? Yeah, there goes another one. Come on, children, you can do it. Some of them are already pretty old. Ah. Ah. Yo. Let's put them on my face, because when they see how ugly my face is, they're gonna fly away, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna scare them away. Woo. Come on, my butterfly children. I didn't raise you to be domestic animals. Oh, yes, there they go. Oh, yes. Whoop. There we go. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Wow. Oh, they're all flying in massive numbers. My garden is going to have so many butterflies this year. Let's take more of them. Come on, silly creatures. You're made to fly. So fly for me, man. Fly for me. You guys too. Come on. Yes. Finally. Most of them are finally getting the message. Come on. Fly, my babies. Fly. I'm gonna do this until all of them have flew away. Flown away. Oh my god. So many freaking butterflies. Oh dear. It's just a swarm. I call myself the sexy moth king, but I think from today it's safe to call myself the sexy butterfly king as well. This is top YouTube content, isn't it? It is. Come on. Come on, lads. Daddy is proud of you. Okay, so really many of them have flown away, like really big numbers. But I raised so many butterflies, it's still going to take a long time for all of them to realize they're free. And actually, yeah, there goes another one. Oh. Oh. I love it. Man, such underrated creatures. It's funny how so many people are a fan of butterflies, because butterflies are beautiful. But when it comes to like their conservation and their biology, not many people are interested in learning about them, you know? It's like people love the superficial beauty of butterflies, but people can't really be arsed to learn you know, the intricate things about their life. Sounds a bit condescending maybe, but that's why I made my channel. I'm like, so many people are into butterflies and moths, but how many people actually want to learn about them and want to protect them, you know? It's just kind of disappointing, like. And I guess that's because they're insects. Even if they're beautiful insects, people are not that much into insects, sadly. And that's a shame, because insects are pretty much the most important animals on the planet. The most important for our environment. Oh, and ecosystems. Wow, it's swarming. So at this point, really many of them have flown away. So I think about 100 or so have flown away at this point. But we still have many to go, as you can see. Some are pretty reluctant to fly, which is a shame. Because, you know... Oh, there's many on my head too, isn't there? Oh dear. Let's take some of these. Come on, beauties. Come on. Oh yes, beautiful. Come on. Is that not great? Yeah. Come on. And more of them are flying away each second. Some of them already have kind of damaged wings because they're old. But that's fine. They should be able to survive and lay eggs anyway. Yeah. There you go, bugger. There you go. This is what we want. Man, this is taking so long. I'm not even sure if I'm going to edit this whole raw footage, or maybe I should edit it at this point. Just want to say that I am somebody that really stands for the conservation and education about butterflies and moths. They're very important insects for our environment. They're beautiful, they're fascinating, they're complex. And we need more of them in our life. But what's funny is there's a lot of insects on our planet that are not as beautiful as butterflies. And people don't like those. Stuff like beetles are less popular. You know, not many people get excited about grasshoppers, but it's all connected. It's all one big interconnected system, you know. The environment doesn't care about appearance, but humans do. So it's funny how people love these charismatic insects for their beautiful and awesome colors. But still at the same time, not many people will go out of their way to, you know, indulge themselves in the environment and really care for protecting it. Not trying to sound like I'm trying to preach here to the core, you know, just trying to make some conversation about butterflies. Because I think it's pretty funny how, you know, how beloved these animals are simply because they look gorgeous. And that's just the human brain at work. We like beautiful things in general. But I do wish that many people cared about, you know, some of the more forgotten creatures of this planet too. That are not just the beautiful butterflies. I personally care about all forms of life, really. From the most boring, brown, tiny little beetle to the most beautiful butterfly. We should be appreciating all of it, really. We really should be. Oh, guys. How many of there are you? Come on. Ah, at this point many of them have flown away, actually. So, I'm starting to think the release has been a success. We do have many more butterflies to go, but that's fine. They're taking their time. They are taking back their freedom, really, which they have deserved. So, let's see. Yeah? Oh, now many of them have left, see? Slowly, but surely. Now, I'm going to be left behind with some butterflies that cannot fly. Crawling out of the pupa and forming their wings perfectly for a butterfly. It's a selective process and not all the butterflies make it. Sometimes butterflies come out with deformed wings or crippled. And those are the butterflies who are going to stay behind. I know that sounds sad, but that's how nature works. For example, here we have one butterfly, see this one? This one has an imperfect wing. And I'm just gonna take care of this one in captivity, because it has a disability, more or less.
and it's not going to fly. So we're probably going to have a few butterflies left behind that are too weak, or simply have imperfections that render them unable to fly. But still, we raised like hundreds of healthy ones. There you go. Oh well, now it's actually starting to feel a bit empty. I don't have that many butterflies left on me now, do I? No. Most of them have flown away, actually. Well, and these are flying away as well. And these two. Come on guys, you're the last ones that have to fly. Come on, make my day. Make my day and fly for me. Come on. Do it. Come on. Your purpose is not here to be on my shoulders, I know. The environment needs you to make many babies for me, you know. Ooh, this one's already kind of getting damaged, see? It's an old one, probably flew a lot when it was inside of the cage. Yeah, it happens. The good news is that this one can still reproduce, probably. Probably. I don't know. Some of them are just wild. What's funny is, like, in the wild, only a small percent of the caterpillars make it to butterflies because of predation. Sometimes over 90% of the caterpillars die before turning into a butterfly. And that's because they have so many diseases and predators. There's many viruses that kill butterfly and moth caterpillars. There's parasites that target them. There's predators and stuff, you know. So this is this survival rate that these caterpillars had in captivity is abnormal. I think in the wild, this many caterpillars would not have become this many butterflies, to be honest. I don't think I've managed to boost their numbers or anything though. That's because this is such a common species, you could release 1 million of them and it wouldn't make a difference. I'm just doing this for fun. And because I didn't like seeing the caterpillars being squished. Most of them have flown away now. Here in my hand is some of the last butterflies that didn't want to fly away. I don't know why. These are just the lazy bunch. So, this is the last butterflies. It's funny, it's months of work. It's gone in a few seconds. Well, not months of work, but it was many weeks. Not months, but weeks. Still, it's funny to do so much effort and see all of them fly away in a few seconds. I hope at least the experience was enjoyable. I certainly enjoyed it. So, I think about 200 butterflies have flown away. But of all these butterflies, there's going to be a small amount of them that cannot fly. And these are the ones that we will take care of in the end. Until they die. Hey, wanna date, cutie? I'm single, you know. That's not even a lie. Hey. Some of the last butterflies. Oh, there's some of me left. Bye, guys. Wow, what an experience. What an experience. If you ever see a peacock butterfly in the wild, think about me. They could be my grandchildren. Come on, whoop. Wow. You are some of the last ones. Wow. Wow, that was a cool moment. I don't have many left. Oh, here's one. Oh no, I found one that didn't fly yet. This must really be one of the last ones. There you go, friends. Enjoy life. Now, people,
This here is my neighbor's house. And usually I don't film my neighbor's house for privacy reasons. But do you see those black dots here on the walls of the house? Can you see it? These black thingies. Those are actually some of my butterflies. And I think the reason they landed here on the wall is to catch some sunlight. They need sunlight in order to warm up their wings. So here are some of my children being free in the wild. See that? My neighbors are probably going to wonder where the hell did all these butterflies come from? Well, you guys know the answer. It's pretty cool, huh? Well, here's one more of them. Fly, my little guy. You're one of the last ones. Why are you so lazy? You're the laziest, one of the laziest butterflies out of like 300 butterflies. Yeah. Bye bye. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. I released all my butterflies. But I don't have empty-nest syndrome yet because 9 butterflies were unable to make it. And this is the handicapped squad. Now, I raised about, I think it was 200 butterflies. I didn't even count, maybe even 300. But a tiny percentage of them is going to be handicapped or deformed. Just how nature is. And here's the butterflies that were unable to fly for some reason because they have a defect. I think it's interesting. Let's show you. This one, for example, was born with just 3 wings instead of 4. It's unable to fly. I don't know what this one did, but it seems to be weak. It maybe has something wrong with his flight muscles. His wings seem to be damaged as well. So here we have one that didn't form properly, and a part of its pupal shell is stuck to its forewing. As you can see, that makes it unable to fly. So, and this one seems to have curved wings for some reason. And so does this one. Its wings are curved. So this one is unable to fly. These are basically some of the handicapped butterflies that cannot fly because they were deformed or have birth defects. So I'm just gonna take care of these in captivity, I suppose. Still, like 9 out of like 200 butterflies is not bad. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that was about it. It's the end. We released all the butterflies. It's the end of an era. Thank you guys for watching another episode on my channel. I seriously appreciate it. I'm just one lonely guy making thousands of insect videos. And the fact that some people care, watch and enjoy and share them makes me incredibly happy. If you're interested, a few years ago I also made a documentary about this species in the wild. Find more content about this amazing butterfly species on my channel. My channel is unique. It is the only YouTube channel that films butterflies and moths so elaborately and on such a large scale. However, this process has not been easy. Running this channel is in fact difficult, and its future is not certain. With your support, however, I can overcome these obstacles and cover more species. Let me tell you just why. Stonden daar allemaal mensen op zoek naar vossen, hè, pap?
Ja? Nou, een papfluitje, dat komt je dan.
En een bord met niet voeren.
Oh, maar dat deed hij nog niet.
Wij niet.
Andere mensen wel?
Ze zeggen het.